Welcome to Clark County District Court, where a person named Deobra Redden, who is 30 years old, has been accused of trying to hurt an older person, physically hurting someone, intimidating a public officer with threat of force, demanding money with threats, and not caring about someone's safety, which led to severe injury. And that's not all. What's the most crazy is Redden's actions in the courtroom. Can you imagine a person attacking a judge like a Superman? It's hard to imagine, but Redden did that. He jumped at Judge Mary Kay Holthus because she said no to his request to avoid jail time for hitting someone with a baseball bat.
In accordance with the laws of the state of Nevada,
Redden was in court with chains on his legs, a mask on his face, and orange coverings on his hands, with jail officers around him, as mentioned by the Associated Press. He rushed towards Judge Mary Kay Holthus, leaping over the bench and pulling her down by her hair. Redden, who was in trouble before for hurting others, told the judge he was trying to be better. The judge said she understood, but thought he needed to experience something different because of his past actions. In the courtroom, at least 3 other people tried to get this 30-year-old person away from the surprised judge. The judge got minor injuries. A court worker got cuts on his hand, and a deputy in the courtroom got a head injury and a shoulder problem, so he had to go to the hospital. The judge went back to work the day after the attack. Redden, who was out on bail when he attacked the judge, was brought to jail. However, he didn't come back to court the next day to face over a dozen new charges related to the attack. Now we're at the Broward County Courthouse, where Christopher Colon was charged with violating a restraining order in a domestic violence case and aggravated battery against a pregnant woman. Moreover, Colon was accused of breaking 2 rules that said he couldn't be near his ex-girlfriend. As per the arrest report, he took his current girlfriend to a restaurant where his ex-girlfriend was also present. Colon got 364 days in jail because he yelled and used bad words in front of Judge John J. Hurley in Broward County. In just a few minutes, Colon cursed at the judge 20 times. He said the F word 8 times and told the judge to do inappropriate things 5 times. Right before leaving court, he repeated the F word. When Judge Hurley said Colon couldn't leave jail, he threatened to take legal action. He walked away from the talking area. Later, he came back for a short time and cursed at the judge for the first time before leaving again. The jail guards tried to catch Colon. In the background, other prisoners were heard laughing and saying things like, "Uh-oh," as Colon, now with handcuffs, was brought back. A guard turned off the microphone while Colon kept cursing, but the judge wanted to hear what he was saying.
You guys can suck my dick, okay? I'm being dead ass real. Suck my dick.
Your bond on count 1 will be $125,000. Your bond on count 2 will be $125,000.
After more insults, Colon said, "I'm dead ass serious," and leaned closer to the microphone. Judge Hurley then said, "You will be held without bond until further order of the court." Even after using solid words, Colon told Judge Hurley twice that he had lawyers. Other people in jail laughed, and one inmate told Colon to be quiet. Colon turned and began shouting. The judge noticed Colon's behavior was also upsetting other people in the room. He gave Colon a chance to explain his situation.
I will give you an opportunity to tell me why you should not be held in contempt of court today. Go ahead.
Colon said the orders to stay away from his ex-girlfriend were canceled and his lawyers had handled everything. He challenged the judge, saying, "Threaten me. Go ahead, threaten me. Go ahead. I'm not apologizing to you." The judge told Colon he had 30 days to disagree with the punishment for disrespecting the court.
Shit, man.
You'll have 30 days to do so. Thank you very much, sir. Have a nice day.
Fuck you. That's why I fuck you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Colon tried to say one more rude thing as the judge thanked him, but as he spoke, the microphone was turned off, cutting him off mid-insult. The judge said Colon disrespected the court and gave him the most punishment possible.
The court at this time will sentence you to 364 days in the Broward County Jail. to be carried
You
out
fucking
immediately.
classes still gotta feed me, man.
Almost a year in jail. It was a situation where someone got in trouble for being disrespectful in court. The judge had to ensure people behaved correctly in the courtroom, so he strongly punished Colon for using foul language and being rude. And the story didn't end here. A week after he launched into a profanity-laden tirade in Broward County Bond Court, Colon made a second appearance to apologize to Judge John Hurley.
I apologize. What I did, I was wrong. And not only I was wrong for cursing you out, of the deputies hearing me curse you out, I'll apologize to them too.
Judge Hurley agreed to the apology and reduced the sentence to the time Colon had already spent in jail, as per the Sun Sentinel.
The apology is accepted. It will be converted to time served at this time.
Even though Colon got out of the 364-day punishment for disrespecting the court, he won't be released from jail soon. In his first court appearance, Judge Hurley decided that Colon should stay in prison without bail for a charge of aggravated battery of a pregnant victim. This decision still holds, meaning Colon will remain in Broward County Jail. Welcome to Jefferson Circuit Court, where Adam Satterley was being charged with drugs. This person had his bond canceled by Judge Stevens because of several drug-related charges. As he was being taken out of the courtroom, a video showed him yelling a racial slur to Judge Stevens.
Is there something that you wish to say to me?
No, it's my brother.
Oh, was that to your brother?
Yes,
Because I
sir.
heard you say a racial epithet.
No, I didn't mean it like that.
Oh, you didn't mean it like
No.
that?
Adam Satterley was white and the judge was black. After saying the racial slur, Satterley wanted to prove that he didn't mean to say something negative to the judge. But Judge Stevens didn't accept that excuse. He told Satterley that using those words, especially that specific word, is not allowed in the courtroom.
Yes,
And
sir.
that word particularly,
Yes,
you
sir.
don't use that word.
Further, he said he would reduce the contempt sentence to 1 day if Satterley apologized. And guess what? In further hearing, Satterley apologized to the court. I apologize. It wasn't intended for you. I was mad at my brother.
I was mad at my brother, is all it was.
Well, you can have a seat.
Stevens accepted the apology and reduced the punishment. First, he gave Satterley a 60-day jail sentence, but then it was just a 1-day sentence.
I'll say this, that what you said was a racial epithet that I don't know how it could be directed at your brother, but at any rate, I accept your apology.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Now, we are at the Jefferson District Court, where Bryce Rhodes was arrested on the charges of 3 counts of murder, first-degree criminal mischief, second-degree escape, and tampering with physical evidence. Larry Ordway, who was 14 years old, and his half-brother Maurice Reese Gordon, who was 16, admired an amateur rapper named Rhodes. They thought Rhodes could help them become famous, as per their relatives. Sadly, in late May 2016, the 2 brothers were violently beaten and stabbed to death by Rhodes. Their bodies were discovered in an empty house about 10 miles away from where they lived with their mom. According to what police have said in official documents, the brothers were killed because they had seen Rhodes murder a 40-year-old man named Christopher Jones a few weeks earlier. Rhodes is also facing charges for Jones's murder. A bit more than 2 weeks after Jones passed away, Ordway and Gordon, who lived in Beachmont, left their home on the evening of May 21st, 2016. The next day, their bodies were discovered in the backyard of an empty house. It seemed like the people responsible also tried to burn their bodies, the police said. At a gathering held after their bodies were found, family members were unfortunate. They talked about their plans to celebrate the boys graduating from middle school. Soon after the bodies were found, detectives who were investigating the murders arrested 2 teenagers, Anjuan Carter and Ja'Cory Corey Taylor, in connection to the case. They arrested Rhodes on May 24th, just 2 days after finding the bodies, for a different reason related to a case of domestic abuse while they were gathering evidence for the murder case. And the story doesn't just end here. Rhodes is in trouble for more than one thing. He's also accused of threatening to harm others while in jail and trying to escape during court proceedings. Moreover, during the court hearings, he constantly smiled and looked sarcastically at the family,
Ma'am,
Look at me.
ma'am,
He keeps turning around.
ma'am, I told you once before, let me please help you understand.
Due to which a dispute opened between Rhodes and the family members of the victims. The judge asked him why he was smiling, to which he said, "Because I can." Moreover, the judge warned him not to smile and irritate people, and he said it was not a crime.
I don't know why you're smiling.
Because I can.
Well,
Because I can. It's not a crime to smile.
it's not a crime to
Continue
smile,
what you were saying.
but it doesn't help you, all right, to irritate people.
All right.